Is this the guy that he looks like a demon?
Yeah. And he says, I can't fly. I have to fly private because I can't have demons in the tube with me. So he's calling people demons. That's Kenneth Copeland. And so we had a great showdown on his property. It's in the series. And so
What happened?
So he has a 19,000 square foot parsonage.
What's a parsonage?
A parsonage is a house owned by the church. So it's bought and paid for by donor dollars and tithe givers, and the pastor can live there. The purpose of this is, hey, back in the day, clergy would live on site, right? That door would be open 24 hours a day for someone to come in, get prayer, in the Catholic world, repent. And so that pastor would need to be on site all the time. And so they would build what's called a parsonage right next to the church. So the pastor could live in this very modest house that's usually attached physically to the church. Well, over decades and just through precedent, that parsonage has been pulled off. And so the church will pay for the parsonage of the pastor. So the parsonage is owned by the church, but the pastor can live in it. There's no stipulation on how big that parsonage can be, how extravagant it can be. So Kenneth Copeland has a 19,000 square foot parsonage on the lake on his church property. His church property, so this is the story about Kenneth. Kenneth, what most people don't know, was a struggling musician back in the day. He became a pilot and started flying Oral Roberts around. Oral Roberts is like OG evangelist. He's like one of the first old school big boys in the space, similar to Billy Graham. And so the story goes that Kenneth Copeland was flying over Texas and saw this runway next to this lake. And God gave him this vision that he was going to buy this whole parcel and turn it into a church and turn it into what he calls the revival capital of the world. So flash forward, he creates this marketing pitch, starts his church. And back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, mailers were super popular.